Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton. It is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and we do a few reality shows on the side. Um, and one of the daytime TV shows that we do is The Young and the Restless. So we're going to be talking about The Young and the Restless today. FYI, so last night here in Vegas was the Hustler Ball, and I was going to go because it's actually not that far from my house. 10 o'clock, passed out, asleep, just out, and woke up at 3 o'clock, dry heaving, blowing from both ends. It was bad. It was really bad. I don't know what made me so sick. It was gross. Whatever. Anyways, and so I didn't end up going to the Hustler Ball because I was not feeling well. Yeah, so anyways, let's talk about Young and the Restless. All right, so Young and the Restless. So this week on Young and the Restless, let's talk about how it ended. The week ended with us finding out. No, that was last week. Was that last week? I think so. Well, maybe it wasn't even the end of the week. See, now all my days are starting to run together. I'm doing a better job of getting caught up on my shows, like, as they happen. But now the weeks are all starting to, because before, what I would do is I would watch the shows. If I hadn't gotten to them during the week, I would then watch them all at once and binge watch them for the whole week, and then I would do a recap. But in this case, I've actually been really good about watching a lot of shows the days that they happen, so that I really only need to binge watch one, which is General Hospital. I usually do that one. But we found out that Graham Bloodworth, is DINA Mergeron's husband. So it's very interesting, because with Graham I kind of go back and forth. At first I thought, well, he's done nothing but take care of their mother that they have not seen or talked to in years. Let's not forget that. And there's times when I think they're being a little harsh and mean on him, but then there are other times, like, for example, Ashley's big Woman of the Year, Inventor of the Year, whatever the hell it was, that she got the John Abbott Award. And, he said, yes, my stepfather was Brent Davis. And then that's when Dina goes, Ashley's dad? And then the whole place was like, because people thought that he was the one that told them all that she was, but it actually wasn't. It was actually Dina. Dina's the one that actually spilled the beans on her daughter. So, and then Jack seemingly took advantage of that, but apparently it was before any of this had happened that he had that amendment drawn in that only a blood Abbott can be sitting on at the CEO's desk, which takes Ashley out of the running. One thing I really don't understand is, where is Chemo? Chemo is Jack's other son with Luann. They ran a little Vietnamese restaurant, Little Saigon or whatever the hell it was called, Saigon Love or something. I don't know, sorry. And we haven't heard from him since. And not just that, but he totally, okay, so, but this isn't the fault of any of the current writing staff. This was a previous writing regime, but they had written a story where, the whole baby switch that Summer, Sharon had messed up the test results and had said that Nick was Summer's father, and then instead she said that it was Jack. So Jack thought he had a new daughter, and he was acting very out of character. It wasn't very Jack Abbott at all. He did not act that way when he found out about Chemo or Kyle. So it's just kind of, I just find that a little bit disingenuous to me. But that was a while ago. So I don't want to, hold that against the current writing team, because they have to clean up a lot of those messes. But I will say this about Young and the Restless, and I've said this many times. I said, with Young and the Restless, they do a very good job of, because you think, okay, there's a whole bunch of plot points. What's going on? Like, they've dropped a whole bunch of plot points. What? But it might take them 20 years. They will come back around and they will get it. I promise you. I promise you. Nothing stays dropped forever in Genoa City. They are on top of their shit. No, they do a good job. Like, for example, like, here's a perfect example. I mean, I'm probably sounding like I'm on repeat because I've said this before, but like, for example, when, I mean, that whole thing with Summer's paternity, actually, that was a good one. That was one because that originally happened when Summer was a baby, when they first got that test. And then Sharon switched it, and then, next thing you know, everything's all crazy, right? Well, also, when Phyllis ran over, now here's the thing, this was Phyllis back when Michelle Stafford played Phyllis. She ran down Paul and Christine. Now Michelle Stafford played crazy Phyllis. And I'm not faulting Gina Tognoni for this at all, because she is phenomenal and she deserved the Emmy she won last year. She's great. But I feel like it's a completely different Phyllis that they're writing for her. You know what I mean? I feel like Phyllis, and I get that people change and people grow and evolve and mature, and I understand that. That makes sense. But in terms of how they, like, their brain and what they're thinking, there's always going to be some sort of crazy, I will do whatever it takes to protect my family. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that, and she's one of those characters, kind of like Quinn on Bold and Beautiful, that she's done some bad things, but she's got a redeemable quality. That's the key to making a good villain or villainess, is having them actually have some good qualities. And that's pretty much true with everyone on Young and the Restless, and so that they've done a really good job with that. Even on Bold and Beautiful too. There isn't any like cartoony villains, but in terms of, but General Hospital, no, sorry, gotta go. Anyways, but yeah, I'm curious to see, because apparently Graham got married to DINA right after the gala, and she went to Florida. That's when they got married. So, and the tricky thing is that they're like, well, that was a year after her diagnosis, right? But that doesn't mean that she was necessarily having a bad day when she married him. Maybe she knew exactly what she was doing. And that is, and in a way, that's actually the best part about DINA MERGERON, the character, which I love so much, is that her motivations are never 100% clear. Never. You think, okay, well, she's just out for herself, and then she does something really sweet and wonderful for someone else, and you're like, wow, okay. And then you think, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you never know what exactly is going on in her head, ever, And maybe that's the point, and maybe she doesn't know either, and that's, and I get it. I totally get it. That's fine, I love the story. I think they're doing a great job with it. I would like to see more Tracy, because I love Tracy. I would like to see more Tracy, but, and, even though she's not his mother, I would like to see Billy a little bit more involved in the Abbott drama. You know what I mean? Because even though he's got a different mother, Jill, who just blows in and blows out of town whenever she feels like it, apparently, I think that they can actually have him spending some more time with Jack and Ashley and Tracy. You know what I mean? To have him, those core Abbotts. Because when they had the Young and the Restless fan club dinner, which, FYI, I've got to say, I've been to events for all 4 shows, right? And the Young and the Restless, Bold and Beautiful weekend might be my favorite weekend. It was pretty good. It was pretty fucking good. I was really impressed. Super impressed. So, anyways, okay, so at the dinner, they had the Abbotts come out, and they had Ashley and Jack and, what's her name, Tracy and Dina, and they all came out, and there was one missing, and then up through the audience comes Billy going, what about me, right? And it was perfect. It was so perfect. Excuse me. So we'll see where this is going next week. Yeah, we'll see how it's going. They're doing a really good job, though. I mean, there are some quibbles that some people might have with the show, and some of them might be justified. But, I mean, in terms of just all-around show, it's not doing that bad. Consistently, I mean, it's been at the top of the ratings lead. Now, here's the thing. Here, I need to discuss this real quick, too. In terms of demographics, right? So, oftentimes you'll see people go, oh, well, they're number one on total, in the key demographics. You know, General Hospital is number one in key demographics, or Days of Our Lives is number one in key demographics. What does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean 18 to 49-year-old? Does it mean 16-year-olds with no jobs? Does it mean, you know, pensioners? Does it mean, you know what I mean? To me, the only one that really counts, and even this is very flawed, is total ratings total. And if you look at the ratings total over everyone in this country, obviously Young and the Restless is doing a pretty fucking good job. They've been number one for, like, I don't know, the past 20 years, right? But I definitely don't think that they should be resting on their laurels. That's for sure. But they do a really good job. I'm impressed. You know, I do really enjoy Young and the Restless quite a bit. And they have some really good characters on there. I love me some, I love me some DINA MERGERON. You know I love her. So, anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. And you can hashtag YR to talk Young and the Restless, or you can also hashtag GH to talk General Hospital, which I'm doing next. And you can feel free to hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your email inbox every single day. Alrighty, everyone, have a wonderful day. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.